It's the law office of William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group. Tonight, we got a showdown here in Hilton as the 5-0 Cadets taking on the 5-0 Knights of McQuaid Jesuit. Along with Mike Danger, my name is Gene Battaglia, and it's a great matchup. What a great atmosphere we have here tonight.
We could see a record crowd for a Hilton football game tonight as two powerhouses in AA Section 5 football meet, and they have aspirations to go beyond just getting a win tonight to stay undefeated.
It is homecoming night here. There is not a seat to be had for McQuaid Jesuit, though. They are tested and coming back for his senior year, running back John Harding.
They call him, Gene, Johnny Football. That's his classmates, his teammates. He's such a big part of what McQuaid wants to do. Offensively, his third year on varsity, he gets nothing but praise from the coaching staff. A tough ask of the Hilton defense here to try and slow him down tonight.
As Harding gets the one touchdown last week in that win over Penfield, and almost like a mirror image, McQuaid wants to run the football. That's the name of the game here at Hilton, and they have one of the best ever at running back in the program in Robert Lowry.
The unquestionable playmaker for this cadet offense. Lowry has the ability to break off long runs at any time, and everyone in the McQuaid defense knows that stopping him tonight only makes it easier for them to remain undefeated.
As we take a look at tonight's Ide family of dealerships, keys to the game.
McQuaid's offense here doesn't want to see any 3-and-outs. Coach Bates recognizes that Hilton can work clock, their run game. An average game where you get 11 possessions can become more like 8 possessions. You got to make each one of those possessions count with sustained drives, no early exits. And on defense, don't allow those long drives from Hilton. They really want to flip the script and force them into shorter drives rather than to watch them shorten the game. They'll be aggressive with the hopes of preventing those signature long Hilton drives. And on offense for Hilton, no mental mistakes. Feed off the crowd here. You mentioned the atmosphere, Gene. What a great night here at LeBeau Field.
We'll have the kickoff coming your way next. It's the law office of William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
Make the right choice. Call the John Wright Law Firm, 585-632-2222.
Local business is at the heart of every community, but lately you're seeing less local and a lot more corporate. But Ide Honda is still locally owned. So when you do business with us, not only are you supporting a local family-owned business, but you're also supporting the hundreds of charities, organizations, sports teams, and events that we're part of in your local community. So if you're in the market for a vehicle or service, please visit us at Ide Honda in Penfield. We're here, we're local, and we'd love to earn your business.
Is it time for a fall refresh? Take advantage of the Vinyl Outlet's 2-week deck sale. This extraordinary sale happens once a year. Right now, we have the best pricing and best financing options available. Enjoy up to 40% off all decks. We install year-round to save you money.
If it happens on a street, highway, throughway, on-ramp, off-ramp, stop sign, crosswalk, intersection, call William Mattar. Hurt in a car? Call William Mattar. 444-4444.
If you want a roof that can handle the weather, call Stellar. There's nobody better. Call Stellar at 888-7663. Stellar Roofing.
Scan the code for 13web.com's Community Connection and learn about the Uniting and Healing Through Hope of Monroe County's College and Career Fair, Tuesday, October 10th.
In front of you are 21 men. Figure out who is a nice guy and who is an F-boy.
They all look like F-boys, but we'll find out.
Those F-boys plan to take the money and leave you crying on the sidewalk.
You don't even know me. I want him off.
The drama is completely out of my realm. I'm gonna play dirty.
I don't know what to believe. I'm so into him.
You don't know who anybody is.
You come here as a nice guy or an F-boy?
What?
Oh my God.
F-Boy Island. All new season Monday, October 16th on the CW.
This has all the feels here tonight, and looking at a man right there who is just shaped this whole program. He's the head coach, Bobby Bates of McQuaid.
Started the season by outscoring their opponents 77-0 through 2 weeks. Now, Fairport presented a little challenge week 3, convincing wins over Rush, Henrietta, and Penfield the last 2 weeks, and they're a perfect 5-0 coming into tonight, Gino.
And Rich Lapani, the longtime head coach at Hilton, and he told us this week he thought this may be the biggest crowd ever, and taking a look around, and we'll show you some of these photos tonight. I can't dispute them.
Yeah, this is a giant crowd for Hilton's homecoming. It's Apple Fest weekend here at the Village of Hilton as well. Great crowd, unbelievable atmosphere, and two fantastic teams ready to square off to see which one can remain undefeated on the season.
McQuaid in the white uniforms with the black helmets, and Hilton in the home reds tonight, the red jerseys and the red pants, and taking a look around the stadium here tonight. This is fun. It's a beautiful night, too. We had some rain in the Rochester area this morning. That cleared up, and there's no rain in the forecast, so our streak continues with perfect weather here.
Yeah, you can't beat it. Great atmosphere. Beautiful facility here at Hilton at Lobo Field, and two teams ready to square off. This is a privilege to be here tonight calling this game. This is a lot of fun.
As we're going to send it downstairs as we honor our great nation with the playing of the national anthem.
With the performance of our national anthem by Hilton chorus members Cassie Wayner, Sheila Weeks, Jenna Ford, Zach Spinner, Zachary Ward, Natalie Meyer, Kendall Coyle, and Leah Turner.
Chills, Friday night rivals, week 6, and it's not too often you say you get a defending champion against a defending champion, but that's what you have here tonight. As Hilton, the 1 year down in Class A, they made the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely. They had a run towards the states, and you know, even when we saw Hilton last year against Class A Canandaigua, as they dealt Canandaigua their first ever loss at their facility last season, Coach Lapani was frank. Hey, look, we're a Double-A team playing Class A ball last year. Now this year, back up at Double-A, where they've been throughout the history of this rich program, and they're going to have a good test tonight against the 4-time defending section champs in McQuaid Knights.
Yeah, we will have more on that McQuaid dominance as later in the broadcast we'll be joined by sideline reporter Kevin Roche as the team captains coming out to midfield. And it's only fitting that our players to watch are going to be out there. Number 3, John Harding for McQuaid, and number 12, Robert Lowry. Top talent here on display for everyone here to see tonight.
Rest of the crew's on the sidelines. You guys hear it every week about sportsmanship, right? You guys are the captains. Help us out. Control your teams, okay? Any questions, you come talk to us, all right? Everybody got it? You ready? All right, Mike, your visitors, we got a head and we got a tail. What do you want to call it? Tails is a call. We'll let it hit the ground. Tails it is. White won the toss. They'll defer. You guys want the ball? You want the ball? Yep. Which way are you going to kick it? You're going to be down here with me? You're going to be over there? You're going to kick it this way. You're kicking this way, right? All right, guys, shake hands. Bring your squads out.
Go time here tonight in Hilton as it'll be McQuaid deferring. And that will get the Hilton offense on the field. We'll have the starting lineups here in just a little bit. And certainly appreciate the officials allowing us to have them mic'd up. We learn a little bit here, and it gives you a little kind of peek behind the curtain.
Absolutely. Find yourself that comfortable spot on your sofa or your recliner. Grab your popcorn, get ready. This is going to be a wild and fun night of Section 5 football here on CW Rochester.
Along with Brady Quill, number 16, and he's lining up at the wrong end. So he's got to take the jog to the other end. It will be Robert Lowry deep back here as both those players making their way.
And defensively, one of those keys we talked about for the game, McQuaid wanted to shorten these drives for Hilton, try to force some 3-and-outs, because they know that if Hilton gets those long, sustained drives, what you would normally get out of a game, 10 or 11 offensive drives, you might get 8 if you're lucky against this cadet squad. We get to see that McQuaid defense first up tonight.
Dominic Sansone, who lives on this side of town with his family, plays some hockey. He is the kicker, will handle all the responsibilities for McQuaid once again, just like he did last year. This is an end-over-end kick. That'll be Quill bringing it up to the 15 to the 20. The kickoff brought to you by Bill Grays. Give me some Bill Grays as that ball goes up to the 35-yard line, so some decent field position for the Cadets.
Absolutely. Good field position, and I wonder if Quill would have gotten a little bit farther, ran into his own guy there as he was moving up field, but a nice return to start the game on special teams for the Cadets.
Colton Thorpe is the quarterback. He is the senior, and he can do a little bit with his legs, too, and just a very, very smart quarterback here for the Cadets, leading them to a 5-0 record. Although last week, boy, it came right down to the wire, pulling it out at Schrader, 22-19, as the handoff will go to Lowry. Lowry met in the backfield, and he's trying to make something out of nothing. He gets back to the line of scrimmage as Shamir Bridges, we're going to be calling his name a lot tonight. He was in on the tackle. As we take a look at tonight's starting lineups, the Hilton lineup, as it will be J.J. DiBattisto as your fullback tonight. Hunter Tracy anchoring that offensive line at left tackle. Anthony Letta back for another season on the offensive line. We mentioned Bridges at one end, Aiden Jones. There are playmakers everywhere on this team, including Xavier Cox at the corner position. 2nd down and 9, the swing pass to the far side, and McQuaid is right on top of it as Luke Lockhart didn't have anywhere to go, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and long.
Great pursuit there by the McQuaid defense. Is watching 19, Matt Wilson at linebacker, kind of move across the field, go sideline to sideline to try and break that play up, and just a good physical finish to that play. Nothing's going to come easy for either of these squads tonight. They know that.
Connor Belanca will be in a tight end position here. This is now going to be 2nd down and long. Four wide receivers. Here's the snap. Deep throw, trying to find his man, and a diving attempt for Lockhart. Just overthrown up along the right seam. Good idea, but just a little off there. In coverage was number 13, Xavier Cox.
Lockhart flashing some speed here and getting behind the secondary of McQuaid. A big play that just quite wasn't there. But that's the defensive start you want if you're McQuaid, forcing a 3-and-out.
So it will be Brendan Palladino, one of the 2 returners here. So they're going to put 2 players deep back here.
For the Knights, number 11, Brendan Palladino.
As the punt will go Palladino's direction, away from Harding, and he's going to take it on one hop, and he's going to take some yardage on the near side, and good tackle on the near side by Hilton. And that will result in McQuaid getting the ball, though, in good field position. That was number 87, Braden Gell with the tackle. Braden Gell with the tackle for the Cadets. Will DeMarco, a 3rd year at quarterback. We asked him, like, why do you wear number 80? It's like, well, that was the number I was given at the beginning, so just got stuck with it.
Yeah, you get the feeling when he joined varsity as a youngster. I think it was a sophomore. Yeah. You know, here you go, kid. Take the last number available. And he held on to it. At quarterback, number 80. Will DeMarco.
And you're going to notice the number 1 on the helmet on McQuaid. That is to signify that they want to play as one. There's the quick hitter, first down and more into Hilton territory. Good enough for a first down. Presented by Kangaroo. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it. Meyer with the first down. As we take a look at the first starting string here for McQuaid. Harding at running back, we mentioned. Palladino, Cox at the wide receiver. Shamir Bridges at the tight end. He's one of the best in Section 5. First and 10 at the Hilton 45. DeMarco with the empty set. Swing pass to the near side, and they'll take some yardage on the near side. The blocking there set up. Okay, a short gain on the play. Once again, go to Owen Meyer, number 36. So 2 quick completions to Meyer, this one going for 3. Hilton employs the 4-4 here tonight as Hunter Tracy and Kyle Cerro on the inside. Braden Pike and J.J. DiBattisto are your linebackers. Colton Thorpe patrolling as the lone safety. 2nd down and 7, the down and distance. Opening drive for the Knights. DeMarco takes the snap, looking Harding's way. Doesn't like what he sees, trying to buy some time. He finds an open man on the far side. First down inside the 25, and then knocked down close to the 20-yard line. First down for McQuaid Jesuit. As that'll be number 4, Alan Nesmith. That's good for another Kangaroo first down. The home of Kangaroo.
You get the feeling that DeMarco is just going to sit back in the pocket and try and pick apart this Hilton defense through the air all night. He's had open receivers so far on this drive, making the most of their opportunities and finding open spaces in the seams, making plays with their feet after the catch. Nesmith with a nice run after the catch there as well, the junior.
Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it. First and 10. As Harding going into motion. Another empty set as DeMarco is going to swing at the Harding. Trying to get around a blocker. He puts it on the turf. It's loose. And it's going to be ruled incomplete. It's just a great defensive play there by number 21, Mason Nolan, the linebacker.
Pass falls incomplete. It'll become 2nd down and 10.
Bullet dodged by McQuaid on that one. If that would have been ruled a turnover, if they would have seen this drive stall on a turnover, that would have been a costly error, obviously.
It's the old football move. Is that how they ruled it here?
Did he ever really have control of that?
The official was right on top of it. 2nd down and 10 as the play action. DeMarco stepping up. Is he going to take off? He's going to try to. Pinballing around, and a lot of red over there. Got to be careful when you're sending your quarterback in there like that. With the tackle, Braden Pike, number 32.
Nice adjustment by Hilton's defense there to kind of confuse DeMarco a little bit. Didn't really have any open targets to throw to as he had earlier in this drive, deciding to tuck and run, try to make the most out of a play a downfield play that just wasn't there, Gene.
So Sanson does have the leg, but I'm sure McQuaid is thinking more here on 3rd down. Can they pick this up? This is 3rd down and 8 at the 17. We are inside the I Family Dealerships red zone as that is going to be thrown to the far side. Once again, Owen Meyer, he's going to have the first down just inside the 10. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Man, great throw here by DeMarco in a real tight window to get it to his receiver. As you can see him stepping up into the pocket, delivering a strike, and moving the chains for another first down. Owen Meyer, the recipient of most of these DeMarco passes so far tonight.
Joe D'Amico on that offensive line doing a fine job as Harding gets the swing pass, trying to pick his way forward. Harding trying to get to the corner, and Hilton was swarming there. They were not going to allow the touchdown, not at least on this play. As tackle me by J.J. DiBattisto.
They're going to push him back here a little bit with a holding penalty, Gino, on the outside. As McQuaid maybe...
On white, number 4. Repeat, first down.
He's held on to his block a little bit too long there.
Alan Nesmith, who had a reception earlier on this drive.
It'll be a 10-yard infraction. It'll be first and
as you can see,
from the 18.
turning his guy around, his arms up in the air. Yo, he's holding me.
like the job Mason Nolan is doing to sell that, though. Not
absolutely.
that it wasn't a penalty, but you got to alert the officials sometimes. Nolan will be covering a receiver on the far side here as they're trying to get the linebackers out of the box here. Here's the read option, the handoff going inside, breaking a tackle, and going toward the end zone, diving. He's in. Touchdown. Touchdown. McQuaid Jesuit. The Knights strike first. That's number 36, Owen Meyer. And that is indeed an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
Dare I say that McQuaid was passing to set up the run on that drive? They looked good passing the ball for the majority of that drive, only to get a handoff to Meyer. And it's Meyer more so than Harding on that drive, capping it off with 6.
So in a game we expect to be back and forth, the PATs will be important here tonight. Here's Sansone to make it 7-0. McQuaid takes the opening drive, and after the extra point, 7-0 is our score. It's the Law Office of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group. Glad you're with us here tonight on CW Rochester.
Find the Tag Zone and save big on your favorite Chevrolet models and used vehicles at all Bob Johnson stores. Whether you're looking for a stylish sedan, a versatile SUV, or a powerful truck, we have them all. Uncover your savings at Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Find your tag. Find your deal.
Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet.
It's a better place to buy a car.
Including Comfort Suites Rochester. Yeah, some out-of-town guests coming in, or perhaps just want that weekend getaway in Highland Drive. 487-8500. Third member of our broadcast team, sideline reporter Kevin Roche. We say good evening, Kevin.
Good evening to you guys. You know, it's no surprise McQuaid has established themselves as the team to beat in Class AA, considering they are the 4-time defending champions. Talking with head coach Bobby Bates this week, he said it's never easy to win a championship, let alone repeat 3 times after winning the first one. But he told us this week his team has a giant bullseye on them. They know that. They get every team's best shot each and every week. But he tells his guys to embrace it. Don't run from it. But, you know, no team has ever won 5 straight Section 5 Class AA titles. And we talked to Coach Bates about that this week. He said, we know what's at stake. It's certainly a goal. But, guys, we're not talking about it. Gene?
Yeah, just the response you almost would expect. Oh, my goodness. Hilton, are they going to strike? It's Lowry. Lowry, 1 man to beat. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Bacon. Lowry, touchdown. Hilton. An American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
What about Lowry? Flashing the speed, the low center of gravity, evasive, and in the open field, you're just not catching him. That's an answer for the Hilton Cadets.
Some great blocking there. And then Sansone, what is he going to do at that point? It's a foot race, and you're not going to win a foot race with number 12. Here's the extra point attempt to tie this. And it's going to be wide to the left. So, as they say, filed that one away. 7-6 is our score. And how about that? Exactly what we expected here tonight. Our AAA scoring summary for the first corner. Owen Meyer with the touchdown for McQuaid, diving to the pylon, and then the kickoff return for a touchdown by Robert Lowry. And we're just getting started here tonight. Triple Medicare, AAA has you covered. 7-6 our score.
Quite the answer there by the Hilton Cadets. Exactly what you needed. And now you get the opportunity on defense to kind of redeem that opening drive that McQuaid sent all the way down for 6 on their opening drive. Gene, if we have a second here, I have a source within the McQuaid staff.
Okay.
As we see a look at Bobby Bates pacing, Coach Bates pacing up and down the sideline. His name is Michael. He's a 7th grader. He records all the film for McQuaid, and he told me that today is actually Bobby Bates' birthday.
Oh,
Coach Bates didn't share that with us on our prep call earlier this week, but I'm sure he'd like to get a win as a birthday present here for his Knights.
Exactly. As now here's a nice return. Brought ahead by Ellen Nesbitt. Again, that's another Bill Grace kickoff. Gimme some Bill Grace. I think we're going to have a lot of kickoffs tonight with the pace of this game. Is second time tonight the McQuaid Knights will go on offense. And again, good field position as they're going to start this at the 43.
First and 10 Knights from the cadet, or excuse me, from their own 43-yard line.
Didn't call John Hardy's name a lot in that first drive, but I'm sure we'll see him here in the backfield to start this drive. And we'll see. We'll see if McQuaid attempts to shorten the game and give Hilton a little dose of their own medicine, what they like to try to do week in and week out.
So it will be Harding in the backfield. DeMarco will hand off to Harding. Harding trying to get around that right corner. He's got a block on the right side, and he'll be shoved out of bounds by Luke Lockhart, number 3. Short gain on the play, maybe 3 to bring up second down and long.
Harding, one of the team captains we had the chance to speak with earlier this week. His coaches rave about him. Just a great kid with a great attitude. Knows when he needs to get serious, but he's somebody that likes to bust chops amongst his teammates. I think his teammates view him the funniest player on the team, Gene.
Stack receivers on the right, second down and 7, as Harding will get the call again, and Harding breaking tackles and takes the pile with him. What that looked like there was going to be stopped after maybe 1 or 2. It's going to be Harding getting a first down, another Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
We have some extracurricular after the play, but no flags thrown on the field. Nice, powerful run by Harding, his second consecutive run on this drive, and
nice cut.
Nice cut and good power at the end there, pushing back 32. Braden Pike feeling the force of that run there at the end.
Goes for a gain of 9 on the play. Here's the snap and the handoff going once again to Harding, and Harding making a cut, making another, breaking into the open field to the 20, to the 15, and he'll be dragged down. Big first down. Colton Thorpe, the safety, making the tackle. That's good for another Kangaroo first down. The home of Kangaroo is Lakeside Roofing and Contracting. We hop to it.
We're seeing it on this drive, why his teammates, his classmates call him Johnny Football. Look at this cut in the hole, just making people miss. As Braden Pike fooled on that one, and you got to the last level of defense there in Colton Thorpe, the safety. Otherwise, you're talking about a touchdown there.
So he is now going to get a little bit of a breather here. We're back inside the Ide family of dealerships red zone. Ide, we'd love to earn your business. McQuaid would love to earn another score here. Here's the play action. That's going to come to the near side at the 5. Flag coming down, and I believe this is going to be a hold against McQuaid. The pass going to number 11, Brenton Palladino.
Yeah, that'll be on Dan Geen on the outside there, and he knew it.
Block in the back. Here.
Now, McQuaid overcame it last time.
2 white, block in the back. Gonna repeat first down.
It'll be first and 18.
So first and 18 or 19, ball at the 19. Here's the snap as DeMarco swing over far side. And there is a... Hilton fans wanting a hold there. That time they did not get the call, but the defense getting the job done nonetheless.
A lot of throws going to the outside here by DeMarco. In that first drive, you go back and look at what he was doing. He had a lot of open receivers in the middle of that Hilton defense there.
Well, it's evident what they're trying to do here, Danger. 4 linebackers, let's spread it out here, is now faking the swing pass, now over the middle, and there is Palladino over the middle and open. He's close to the marker. He's inside the 5. He's going to be just shy, I believe. But you get a lot of that yardage back here. Now it'll be 3rd and short.
He was brought down number 13,
3rd and 1.
Yeah, that's what DeMarco's been doing in the passing game all night tonight. When he's not throwing it to the outside, he's had his guys open there between that second and third level of the Hilton defense. Finding his open guys for big chunk plays here in the pass game. And let's see if they hammer it home here with a run at the goal line.
Owen Meyer is the running back, 36. Play action, DeMarco beautifully selling it, but then covering it was Lowry. He wasn't fooled on that. Palladino, the intended receiver.
Yeah, and DeMarco put a little bit too much on that maybe as well. That would have been a real tough catch. And good coverage by the Hilton defense there.
Well, if you got a field goal kicker, let's use it to our advantage here. So Sansone will be out here to extend the lead.
It's a well-coached special teams unit at McQuaid by Jeff Petrone.
As at the 12, so this will be a 22-yard attempt. Ball between the hashes for Sansone. This to make it 10-6. Has the distance, and it is good. That would have been good from 30 or 40, maybe. So with 3:27 remaining in the first, McQuaid extending their lead, but I think it's kind of a victory for Hilton to get the stop there. We'll take a break here. It's the law office of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
We're in the final moments of the Burger Bowl, and Bill Grays is on the move again.
Gimme Bill Grays!
Bill Grays has possession on the 20-yard line. It looks like they want to get the ball to the cheeseburger. At over a quarter pound, he's the perfect choice.
B19, G38, hut, hike.
The ball is snapped, and it's a handoff to the cheeseburger. There's just no stopping him. He's in the end zone. Another touchdown. Bill Grays really has the world's greatest cheeseburger.
Love Pettinari's. It's like stepping back in time, the meat market. You get everything for the weekend. We appreciate their sponsorship here tonight. Pettinari's in Hilton, and look, it's worth the trip coming out here.
They got the prosciutto hanging in there?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah. Steaks, everything. Go get some ribeyes. You're going to do a little grilling action here this weekend? That's the place to go to.
Once again, your Hilton Varsity Cheerleader.
As I would think the instructions would be very simple. Don't kick at the 12. So, now, do they flip Lowry and Quill at the last second here, trying to throw him off? I wonder. Lowry is angling in that direction like he knows it's coming. Sansone is going to drill it, and it's going right to Lowry. Here we go. 15-20, trying to bounce it to the outside, but Owen Meyer, 36. He's got a touchdown tonight, making the tackle. He's a team captain, and his first name's spelled E-O-I-N. It's Gaelic. His grandfather.
Irish family. He's been at the school, McQuaid, since 6th grade. Wants to study marine biology or biology when he's at college. Plays lacrosse for the Knights in the spring. Big character, big personality.
Came on the Zoom call with us, shirt and tie.
Yeah, all of these student athletes, very impressive. And, boy, what a treat to get to spend some time talking to the captains, learning more about their future plans and their teammates and their teams and their journey.
So the only other time we saw the Hilton offense, it was a 3-and-out, and doing a good job keying in on number 12 as they did there. This will go for 4, which is okay on first down, up to the 29-yard line. Bridges again on the tackle for McQuaid.
Gain of 5 on the play for second down and 5.
As Lockhart will bring in the play to the far side, along with Braden Pike, a fullback. Second down and 6. I formation in the backfield. Lowry in the tail of that I. And it's going to be a throw to the near side. Lockhart is going to be wrapped up immediately. That's the way you do it. Xavier Cox, number 13. But that was good enough for a first down, though. Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. If we hop to it.
This is Hilton football. We're going to work the clock, shorten the game, grind it out. How do they say, Gene? Matriculate the ball down the field?
That is a tough word to say, yes. Mike Danger. I'm glad you said it. We were here 2 years ago for the regular season finale against Aquinas, and Hilton down in that game, back and forth. And
fumble.
And that is on the turf. And McQuaid says they have it. Nope. Official right there pointing to the turf as if the ground caused the fumble.
Fumble on the play.
No. They're going to rule it over to McQuaid.
Yeah, that was a fumble, Gene. And I think what they were trying to say was that you could
down.
Yeah,
okay,
you're not advancing that one. But, yeah, that was a clear fumble and recovery by McQuaid on that one.
Inside cadet territory from the 30.
So Lowry, whoa, yep.
You know, just a sloppy exchange.
There, so McQuaid, the turnover here. Can the Knights take advantage? As now we're under 2 minutes to go here in the first.
It's a tough break for Hilton, boy. They can't afford many of those kind of mistakes in a game against McQuaid.
DeMarco takes the snap. Lots of time, and now he's just going to throw it away. Angling it to the far side. Maybe could have used a little bit more air there, but smart play. I live for another down.
Looked like Daniel Jones there, Mac Jones there, throwing the ball all the way across the field, trying to get rid of the ball. You drive a coach crazy when you see a quarterback throwing across his body like that.
Harding bringing in the play as Owen Meyer will be one of the three receivers to the right. J.P. Gianforte is the lone receiver to the near boundary. The play action, no, it's a keeper, and DeMarco's going to have the first down and more. Wrapping up, he's inside the 25 and down to the 24. Good for a Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo, if we opt to it.
Great design, great execution, so much attention paid in that backfield to Harding. You fake to him, and then you keep it. DeMarco showing some of that athleticism, easy for me to say. Getting the first down.
McQuaid already the third time in this game. They're approaching the red zone. Meyer back in at running back. Meyer moving his way ahead. Meyer still spinning away from tackles as he'll get it inside the 20. And we're back inside the Ide family of dealerships red zone. Ide, love to earn your business. And it's good for another first down. That did go for a first down, a Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo, if we hop to it.
From the cadet 12-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 13. Trips left. Harding going into motion, the fake to Harding, and DeMarco, the keeper, he breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and then gets slammed down at about the 8. About a gain of 4.
McQuaid's onto something here, and again, they know how much attention is going to be paid to John Harding when he's in the game. You fake to him out wide, you keep, you take what the defense is giving you, and show some toughness there, taking a couple of big hits on this drive. Talking about Will DeMarco, the junior quarterback at 6 foot, 205 pounds.
Maybe McQuaid could take it to the quarter if they wanted to. 14 is on the game clock. As DeMarco, they want to run one more play. DeMarco handing it off to Harding. Harding doesn't like what's ahead of him, cuts to the right. Harding toward the end zone. He's in! Touchdown! Touchdown, McQuaid! What a run by number 3, John Harding. It's good for American Custom Exteriors and Interiors. Touchdown, the home improvement company that cares.
Really impressive run there when you factor in that he looked like he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, kept his feet moving, and did a little hop, skip, jump stop over to the right. Punishment at the end of that run as he's crossing the goal line with a physical hit at the end of the play, but Harding for 6, and now a more comfortable lead for McQuaid.
You're thinking maybe they're going to take it to the quarter. No, let's run the play, and it pays off big time for McQuaid as Sansone, this to make it an 11-point lead. That kick is up, and it is good. McQuaid making a statement here early on. 17 points in the first quarter. We head to the second. Great game here tonight on Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Law Office of William Attar on CW Rochester.
Local business is at the heart of every community, but lately you're seeing less local and a lot more corporate. But Ide Honda is still locally owned. So when you do business with us, not only are you supporting a local family-owned business, but you're also supporting the hundreds of charities, organizations, sports teams, and events that we're part of in your local community. So if you're in the market for a vehicle or service, please visit us at Ide Honda in Penfield. We're here, we're local, and we'd love to earn your business.
Chime In is locally sponsored by the Vinyl Outlet.
Ready for a fall refresh? It's the Vinyl Outlet's annual 2-week sale. We're offering up to 40% off and great special financing. 684-0800.
Why do you ride?
Why do I ride?
I like doing dangerous things safely.
I ride because I can't imagine not.
I'm kind of a gearhead.
I love being lost. There's no way I'm putting a GPS on my bike.
Knees in the breeze, man. It's like, there's nothing like it.
There's a love for riding that can't be explained unless you ride. And if you're ever injured on a motorcycle, we're ready to help. Hurt on a motorcycle? Call William Attar, 444-4444.
I have a question. When a home improvement contractor advertises a discount, how do you know if it's real when you don't even know what the actual price is yet? At American Custom, we've always offered our best price the first time. No fake discounts, no gimmicks. Contact American today.
Up in the sky, down on the ground.
Is this your first time here? I can show you around if you like.
Why do they call you the Mystery Man?
I didn't know they did.
I don't wanna lose you.
If you spend your time trying to control everything, you won't get a chance to see where life wants to take you. You know I'm here for you. Close your eyes. Picture someplace that you love. Where are you?
Sullivan's Crossing, series premiere Wednesday, October 4th on the CW.
Back here tonight as, well, kickoffs. It's must-see television with Robert Lowry last time, 90 yards to the house. And somehow he had another chance last time out. As Sansone, his objective here, don't kick it to Lowry. Mike Danger, do you even entertain maybe kicking it out of bounds here, perhaps?
To take the penalty.
Yeah. Perhaps.
I don't know. If don't I was going to say, don't bother giving Lowry a birthday present. He'll just return it.
Thank you very much for that. As it'll be Quill on the return, and it all works out.
They kept it away from Lowry.
For McQuaid in the end. We go downstairs to Kevin Roche.
All right, guys, thanks so much. You know, Pettinari's Pizza, Deli, and Meats has been a family affair here in Hilton since 1989. Joined now by Giuseppe Pettinari, who took over the family business from his father, Dominic, back in March of 2020. Why was it important for you to keep it in the family and expand the business?
You know, we took over the business right in the middle of the pandemic, right at the beginning of the shutdown, and one of the things my wife and I talked about when we took it over was, we wanted to support the community, serve the community. That was like the main thing, the end all be all of like what we wanted to do. So no matter how it went, we wanted to be of service to the community. And during the pandemic, with what we were doing with the meats and all that, it was a really good way to do that, because it was kind of crazy at that time, and we were able to be there for everybody.
You have a tie to the student athletes playing out here tonight. You have two employees, number 53, Isaac Rudd, and number 35, J.J. DiBattisto. Describe those student athletes and their work ethic at Pettinari's.
So at Pettinari's, we love to hire athletes. Both of them have really strong work ethic. They're used to being in a team setting and used to taking criticism well. So I think for both of them, they're just really hard workers, really coachable, and honestly just really fun to be around too.
Good workers, good student athletes. Of course, Isaac is our scholar athlete this week. To be a part of all of their success, a little bit on the field, mostly off, how gratifying is that for you?
It's cool. You I'm kind of, I get proud of them like as I would my own kids. So it's just cool to see. It's good to see both of them doing so well. And, they're Isaac's about to graduate. They're about to, move on to adulthood. So it's just really good to see that.
Petnari is a family tradition, a staple in this Hilton community, and delicious food. Our crew enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the hospitality here tonight. Thanks for joining us, and best of luck, and enjoy the game here tonight.
Thanks, Kevin.
Gene?
Thanks, Kevin, and thank you, Giuseppe. And now it's 4th down, and at the very least, Hilton is going to present like they're going to go for it. 4th and 1 at their own 32. Lockhart will bring in a play. And now the whistle. And do we have a timeout? No, they're gonna measure this.
I think we're gonna have a measurement. Fans, let's have a nice round of applause.
Don't have these too many more. Now, I did our first of the season on Friday Night Rivals. I'm terrible at this. I say no, they did not get it.
Oh, I think they're short.
Yeah.
It's close, but they're short. At minimum here, you get a little bit of a breather if you're the Hilton offense. You want to try and forget about what just happened in that first quarter. Regroup.
That's confirmed.
And now at least you know what you're working with.
Just short of the first down.
You can always see Coach Lapani on the sideline. Easy to identify. Wearing those shorts.
Wearing those shorts. I mean, today, lots of people wearing shorts.
No doubt.
Last year, as you're playing well into the month of November, that's a little different. It looks like they're going to go for it. At least give the impression they're going to go for it.
See how disciplined the McQuaid defense is if they try to draw them offside here with a cadence.
It is 4th and short for your Cadets.
Well, Colton Thorpe is a senior. He would know how to do this with inflection. He's going to take it. They're going for it on 4th down.
Got it.
And he's got it and more. Pops out of there. How about that big time call? Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company.
Let's see if that gives this offense a little bit more momentum. They find themselves in a hole here early in the second quarter, but every one of these possessions is going to be important if you're going to want to try and match McQuaid offensively.
Does that qualify as a tush push there a little bit, or no?
It's a non-conventional tush, but I think that was the design originally. Thorpe wise to bounce it to the outside, get a couple of extra yards there.
Belanca, the tight end, is going to split to the near side. Here's now the handoff to Lowry. So it was that missed exchange. That's really the difference in this game right now. McQuaid getting a short field in the extra possession, 17-6. Lowry going for about 3 on that play.
We're in 2nd down for the Cadets.
Hilton on this drive doing a little what McQuaid did on their last drive offensively, using Lowry as a bit of a decoy for some of the other playmakers to get involved, including Colton Thorpe at quarterback.
Palladino playing the safety position, as now here will be trying to get to the outside Lockhart, but his number 3 counterpart, John Harding, ready to lock him up to bring up 3rd and long.
Number 3, John Harding of the Knights. No gain on the play.
John Harding, fine two-way player on this team. Our player to watch tonight.
Good stick. Harding, the 5'9", 175-pound senior. Been a part of this varsity program for quite some time. 3rd year on the varsity squad for McQuaid.
Belanca will be close to the line of scrimmage, the tight end. Quill to the far side on 3rd and 7. Thorpe firing far side. He's got his man in, turning it upfield. Depending on the spot, looked like he had it, and they are going to mark it a 1st down. 1st down on the far side for Brady Quill. Good enough for Tracy Door Company. 1st down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company and Hilton working their way down the field.
A lot of toughness there on that play by Colton Thorpe. He knew he was going to get hit as he released it, and he took one heck of a stick.
Once again, fans, there is a phone. It's been brought up to the press box. Looks like a blue Motorola. If it's yours,
First and 10 at the 46.
I was going to say a lot of toughness on both sides of the ball. Both these teams, these kids, playing physical, playing fast tonight here at LeBeau Field.
We get a whistle and a timeout called by Hilton. So Rich Lapani, play clock winding down, and you got timeouts to use here in the first half. Why not use one? 17-6 is our score. Well, you want to stay tuned for the Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report, your local leader in bone, joint, and muscle care, Rochester Regional Health Orthopedics. We'll also have this week's O Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing Scholar Athletes. O, server's so good you're going to find a reason to call. Kevin Roche will have some interviews. We'll have the highlights and more. That's the Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report coming up. Touchdowns from McQuaid tonight. Owen Meyer with a touchdown run. Harding with a 3-yard touchdown run. And who else? Lowry with a touchdown, but not the way you think, a 90-yard kickoff return.
Yeah, they've been able to contain him defensively so far tonight and even force an error with that fumble that led to 7 points for McQuaid. But you get the sense it's just a matter of time before Lowry gets free. It's just going to take a little crease.
So after the timeout, Belanca is going to come to the near boundary, the tight end lining up there. That's going to move Harding out a little bit here. Thorpe sending his man into motion and getting the pitch and trying to turn it upfield is Lowry. So interesting, they move Lowry to the wide receiver position, and that time he takes an end around, and that'll go for about 4 to the 50-yard line. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Just mentioned all he needs is a crease, and there you have it, 5-yard gain by Lowry. And this is the kind of drive that Hilton loves. Eat up clock, shorten the game. Keep it on the ground, keep it safe. The hallmark of Rich Lapani coached football team here at Hilton.
Luke Lockhart to the far side, keeping it on the ground. And there's just a lot of McQuaid players in that vicinity, including number 2, Paul Rizzo with a tackle. As that will go to the 47, this will bring up 3rd down and 3.
Got to give it up to the Hilton Cadet offensive line. Hunter Tracy, Giovanni Mattioli, Anthony Letta, Matthew Lemon, Calcero, all getting a good push up front there. At minimum, you're getting a 2 or 3 yards in a cloud of dust with every handoff offensively.
Well, if you went for it on 4th and 1, you could take a shot downfield here, maybe. Thorpe, and he's just going to keep it himself, and he's going to try to use his offensive line, and not so sure he got it. Linesman on the near side is going to mark it short.
Number 13, Gordon Thorpe on the keeper.
And another 4th and 1 coming up. And if you went for it on 4th and 1 before, I would think Rich Lapani is going to do the same.
Once again, the Cadets are just short of the 1st down.
Lockhart checking in along with Brady Quill. Lowry is in the tail of the eye. Lowry getting the call, lowering his shoulder. McQuaid on the far side is jumping up and down like they didn't get it. The linesman on the far side is marking it short. The linesman on the near side looks like he got it. So how do they sort this out?
Number 12, Robert Lowry on the carry.
That's a close one.
Wow, Bobby Bates does not like that call whatsoever. The linesman on the far side was very clear that it was short. You be the judge at home.
See that push that you got from that offensive line that we were talking about? Tough to tell.
Yeah, you can't tell. That's another Tracy Door Company first down. For 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company. And what do we have here?
We have a flag as somebody on the McQuaid side of the field.
Substitution infraction.
Yeah.
Coach, we got a penalty. Substitution infraction. Here.
So 79 for McQuaid, sprinting off the field.
Well, during the fourth quarter, tonight's game will be selecting the law office of William Mattar's player of the game. Boy, for McQuaid, one of their assistant coaches, we love him. He played at Churchill Chile, Andre Fontenette. He calls those administrative penalties, the penalties that have nothing to do with physicality, just a mental error there, giving the free 5 yards. But now the McQuaid defense stepping up. Who do you want to call on the tackle there? There was plenty of guys in there.
Number 35, John DiBattisto on the carry.
DiBattisto, not much room. Begeman, number 75, no gain on the play.
They bring up second down and 5 for the Cadets.
There he is. There's Andre, played at Syracuse University.
Las Vegas Raiders fan, but we won't hold that against him.
Hey, if you identify when the team is down and out, you are a true fan. As now, here's the rush, under pressure, Thorpe, and that is going to count as a sack. Nathan Earl and others in on that pressure there. That was completely blown up by the defensive line.
Number 13, Colton Thorpe on the keeper. Loss of 2.
So what was 1st and 5 now has come to 3rd and 7. As this will bring us under 3 minutes to go here.
Yeah, this is what Coach Bates was talking about with those Hilton drives. Long, sustained, and they shorten the game. And then when you think you're going to have an average game, 11 possessions, you end up having 8, 9. You have to be opportunistic with every chance every time that you have the football.
See if Hilton can pick this up as Thorpe is going to roll to his right. Firing it downfield. He's got his man Quill. Quill has it inside the 30 and down to about the 26. Good enough for Tracy Door Company. First down for 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company.
Clean pocket for Thorpe. As you see him rolling out to his right, delivering a strike, and finding the open receiver.
Senior to senior. In front of the biggest crowd ever here at Hilton.
Yeah, and it's a great program here, this Hilton Cadet program. I mean, a lot of these kids have been playing with his teammates together for what? Since middle school or maybe even before then.
Lockhart to the near boundary on 1st and 10 as we get movement. Flag coming down.
It's a generational program, too. A lot of the same names you see here, a lot of familiar names.
Encroachment on the defense. 5 yards, still first down.
So uncharacteristic. McQuaid giving another free 5 yards here. This is big danger because, remember, McQuaid is going to get the ball in the beginning of the 3rd. So at the very least, this is going to help negate any possible 2-for-1 or anything like that. In the best case scenario, you score with really no time left on the clock for McQuaid to answer.
Right, you want to try and prevent that double dip where McQuaid would end the first half with the football and a chance to score and then start the second half receiving that kickoff.
Thorpe under center, and he's going to hand off to Lowry. And the yards have been tough to come by for Lowry here tonight. Maybe 1 on the play, down to the 21.
Number 12, Robert Lowry on the carry for the Cadets. Gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 3.
Braden Pike bringing in the play for his teammates. 2nd down and 4. Now we're going with a full house here. And the play action toward the end zone. Wide open. Belanca going up. He's got it. Touchdown. Touchdown. Hilton Cadets. That's number 9, the tight end, Connor Belanca. Good enough for an American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown, the home improvement company that cares.
Great protection by the offensive line. Great throw by Colton Thorpe to find the big target in the back of the end zone, number 9. The senior tight end, Connor Belanca, at 6'2", 223. Yeah, you throw it up, you let your big guy go up there and get it, high point it. over the defender there.
So remember, Hilton missed a PAT earlier, and they're not going to chase points here. They're just going to go for one at this point. There's Tarantello. Oh, it's a play by Thorpe. Thorpe throwing back. And it's good for the two-point conversion. Wide open there on the backside. J.J. DiBattisto and the appreciative fans at Hilton applauding at 17-14.
Creative. And, boy, that's a couple times now that McQuaid's special teams have been fooled by Hilton. Once with the Lowry kick return and there for the two-point conversion on the point-after attempt.
We will take a break, see if McQuaid can answer here. It's the law office of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
You have many options to consider when choosing Medicare coverage. Let AAA do the Medicare math for you. We review plans from multiple trusted carriers and match you with a plan that fits your needs. AAA factors in plan cost, doctor and hospital access, prescriptions, and additional benefits you may not have today. Enroll from October 15th to December 7th. Schedule your Medicare math review at a AAA branch, virtually or via phone. Call or visit aaa.com/enroll.
A little trickery. And I love Thorpe. Hey, that, I don't like that. I don't like that normally. Hey, don't throw it that way. But it's a two-point conversion, and 35's wide open. It's our AAA scoring summary. Triple Medicare, AAA has you covered. And Hilton fashion, don't ever count these guys out here as they're back now within 3.
Number 66, Tyler Rieger to kick off for your Cadets.
You left too much time on the clock, though, Gene. 1:01 left. Let's see if Bobby Bates dials up something special here with the short amount of time left in the first half.
You do have Sansone. That is a weapon as McQuaid taking a short kickoff, and it'll be Meyer, and Meyer will lean ahead. He was being careful there up to the 37.
Number 36.
I would think if you get it inside the 25, you're going to Sansone. So 55 seconds. All the timeouts. Closed captioning for tonight's game brought to you by the Vinyl Outlet. The Vinyl Outlet, the best in fences, decks, railings, and porches.
To the 37-yard line is first and 10 Knights for the 37.
So Bobby Bates and the offense coming out on the field. Palladino and Meyer will be on the near side. Will DeMarco, the junior quarterback, I should say, takes the snap. Play action. Throws it. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage.
That's it there with number 4, Aaron Mister. Fine defensive cover game, number 55, number 50.
Kyle Cerro with the bat down.
Knocking that pass down.
I think we have the Cerro family right in front of us, cheering Kyle on for the big play there defensively.
Second down and 10. DeMarco swinging over to Harding. Harding trying to get it up ahead. He's got the first down and more into Hilton territory. He's going to be brought down, and maybe McQuaid will use a timeout. They do. That's good enough for a Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company.
And that's the first McQuaid timeout used this half. 42 seconds left and 2 timeouts remaining. You just see what Harding does with the space in front of him. Shedding tackles.
You want to stay tuned for the Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report, your local leader in bone, joint, and muscle care. Rochester Regional Health Orthopedics. We'll also have this week's O Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing Scholar Athletes. Service so good, you're going to find a reason to call. Kevin Roche will have some interviews. We'll have the highlights and more. It's the Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report coming up. But first, 45 yards for McQuaid to go. They've got 2 timeouts remaining, 42 seconds remaining, and One of the things that's impressive about Harding is just the speed. It's like the Miami Dolphins offense this year. If you get him out in space, good luck.
Deceptive speed, too. He can really turn on the Jets when he gets into that open field, and then he's a hard guy to bring down. Playmakers on both sides of the ball for both these teams, man. This has been a lot of fun this first half. They're giving us a show.
Indeed. DeMarco will have 4 wide receivers. Now they're going to put Harding into motion, and he's going to go empty set here. DeMarco is going to check it down. Setting up. There's some blockers. Nice blocking as getting it ahead. That's going to be Alan Nesmith, his second reception. And did he get out of bounds? That stops the clock with 32 seconds remaining. That's good enough for Tracy Door Company. First down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company. Already McQuaid to the 31. They start the clock back up. McQuaid not taking a timeout here. I'm not sure if they realize it. Now quickly DeMarco back up. They have used about 10 seconds here. DeMarco takes the snap. Shoulder fake. DeMarco now is going to check down to Harding. Harding trying to get to the boundary. He does, stopping the clock with 13 seconds remaining, and McQuaid is going to regret not using the timeout there, perhaps.
13 seconds, you probably get a shot, maybe 2 at the end zone here before you want to maybe attempt a field goal, get some points before the half. That double dip that we were talking about before is still in play.
And I think you're right on the range here of Sansone. But I'm sure they're thinking more. Second down and short, but only 13 seconds remaining. 4 wide receivers. DeMarco takes the snap. DeMarco fires, and it's intercepted! Intercepted by Lockhart. And Lockhart coming to the near side. Can he return this one? No, but a big-time takeaway for Hilton with just 3 seconds remaining here in the half.
I think DeMarco wishes he could have that pass back. Aramel did a little too high for his guy. Off target, the turnover. Just what Hilton needed to thwart that drive and a chance for McQuaid to get points there before the end of the first half. Give Hilton credit. Boy, they could have been down and hung their heads. Down 17-6. They've been fighting.
I'm wondering if that's Nesmith. Like you watched that, was that the pass? Is he supposed to turn around? I don't know. And sometimes I'm just kind of pointing that out. Hard to tell if that's the quarterback or
well, with Palladino
receiver.
being 6'5", I think he probably was trying to hit his big receiver. Just threw it up a little bit too high for him.
Wow. 17-13 as we go downstairs to Kevin Roche.
All right, thanks, guys. Here with head coach Bobby Bates for McQuaid. Coach, you talked to us this week, worried about the number of possessions you might get with the way they run the football. 3 of your first 4 drives led to points. I know you're not happy with the interception, but how pleased are you with the efficiency of your offense so far?
We're doing a good job. We can't turn the ball over there. We got to make that completion, call a timeout, kick a field goal. But the guys, are doing a really good job of manipulating space and trying to distort them a little bit. So I'm really pleased about that. We got to make a couple corrections here, and we got 17-14 games. This is great.
This is best thing for Section 5. Best of luck in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Gene?
All right, thank you, Kevin, as we'll have more interviews coming your way next. And we got the cheerleaders on the field here at Hilton. As stick around. The Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report coming your way next year. It's the Law Office of William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group on CW Rochester.
Make the right choice. Call the John Wright Law Firm.
Call us today.
If you want a roof that can handle the weather, call Stellar. There's nobody better. Call Stellar at 888-7663. Stellar Roofing.
Local business is at the heart of every community, but lately you're seeing less local and a lot more corporate. But Ide Honda is still locally owned. So when you do business with us, not only are you supporting a local family-owned business, but you're also supporting the hundreds of charities, organizations, sports teams, and events that we're part of in your local community. So if you're in the market for a vehicle or service, please visit us at Ide Honda in Penfield. We're here, we're local, and we'd love to earn your business.
2-door, 4-door, SUV, pickup truck, motorcycle, big truck, bus. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, call me, William Matar, 444-4444.
Hello from London.
She's got the accent already. Hey, we're here covering the Bills fans who made the trip.
Talking to the players themselves.
And we'll have complete coverage on 13WHAM ABC.
And of course, Buffalo Plus.
Scan the code for 13WHAM.com's Community Connection to learn more about Greentopia's Electrify Your Life EcoFest, Sunday, October 15th.
Tuesday, only on the CW.
We the big dog in this fight.
For the first time ever, watch Inside the NFL for free. Free.
Yes! Touchdown!
This team is good. They're ready to win now.
We gotta show everybody who we really are.
It was the ultimate balance between run and pass. They are the best defense in the NFL right now.
Inside the NFL. Tuesday at 8 on CW Rochester.
To our presentation of Friday Night Rivals and the Rochester Regional Health halftime report. 17-14, exciting game, back and forth. McQuaid ahead by 3. Time now to introduce you to this week's Triple O Scholar Athletes. McQuaid senior Joseph D'Amico is an offensive lineman who also plays on the rugby team. He's the class of 2024 Executive Council President, as well as an active participant in community activities like Rochester Clean Sweep and the Christmas Angels Volunteer Project. Isaac Rudd from Hilton is a football player who also completes in lacrosse and track and field. A musician who plays French horn, Isaac is working toward the rank of Eagle Scout, currently engaged in a project to rehab a walking trail for the town of Greece. The Scholar Athlete Program recognizes students who achieve both on and off the field. At the end of the season, one winner will be selected to receive a $5,000 scholarship to the school of their choice. We're grateful to Triple O Heating and Cooling for their generous support of the Scholar Athlete Program. 17-14 our score. McQuaid leading by 3. We go downstairs to Kevin Roche.
All right, thanks so much, Gene. Here with the principal of McQuaid Jesuit High School, John Serafine. John, it's a brotherhood at McQuaid. Everyone knows that. But what excites you about going there each day and working with these young men?
Well, it's a brotherhood because there's a great tradition, and it's full of kids who care, and we set high expectations for them, and they work hard to attain those goals.
You mentioned earlier in the year, your quote was, "We expect you to do hard things." How does McQuaid prepare students for that next step when they leave high school?
I think we do it a lot of different ways. Excuse me. We do it in the classroom, certainly, but I think we ask them to do a whole lot more. We ask them to be high character kids in the classroom, outside of the classroom. You know, and the football team is a perfect example of that. You know, we're wildly proud of their successes on the football field, but we're equally as proud of their successes off the football field. These kids are high performers in the classroom. They're great citizens. They're service-oriented, and, you know, they do us proud. And it's more than just a performance on the football field.
Coach Bates doesn't want to talk about going for number 5 this year, the 5th sectional championship. Nobody's ever done it in Class AA. What does it say just to have 4 in a row about those kids, this program, and Coach Bates, though, on the field?
Yeah, it's not easy to do, as you know. It's a great coaching staff. You know, they've committed to it. It's a lot of hard work, and the kids have bought into it. And you know, they're great leaders. And like I said, these kids care a lot, and they're proud of their tradition, and they want to keep it going.
Well, we're looking forward to see how this one ends up here tonight. And as they move on further, they will be in sectionals. We do know that, to see how they do late October, early November. John Serafine, thanks so much for joining us here tonight on Friday Night Rivals.
Thank you, and thanks for doing this for the kids. They really enjoy it a ton.
Yeah, we enjoy it as well. Gene?
Thank you, Kevin. We'll have more coming up. It's the Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report. This is William Matar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
We're in the final moments of the Burger Bowl, and Bill Grays is on the move again.
Gimme Bill Grays!
Bill Grays has possession on the 20-yard line. It looks like they want to get the ball to the cheeseburger. At over a quarter pound, he's the perfect choice.
B19, G38, hike.
The ball is snapped, and it's a handoff to the cheeseburger. There's just no stopping him. He's in the end zone. Another touchdown. Bill Grays really has the world's greatest cheeseburger.
Antenna TV is TV how it was meant to be.
That's terrific. I love it.
All right. TV that's easy.
Brilliant.
TV that's free.
All free.
TV for everyone.
That's good.
It's fantastic. All your favorite classic shows in one place.
Up your nose with a rubber hose. At last, we'll be together.
You certainly wouldn't want to miss that.
I really dig this scene.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Creepers.
Antenna TV is TV how it was meant to be.
Antenna TV. TV how it was meant to be.
Watch Antenna TV, exclusive over-the-air programming on WUHF Channel 31.2.
Welcome back to the Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report, your local leader in bone, joint, and muscle care, Rochester Regional Health Orthopedics. The Knights leading the Cadets by 3 here at the half. We send it downstairs once again to Kevin Roche.
All right, thanks so much, Gene. Here with the principal of Hilton High School now, Jeff Green. And Jeff, it's homecoming. It's a monster matchup. What does it mean to be featured and showcased at home and around the region on Friday Night Rivals?
It's just such a great community here in Hilton that we're excited to be able to show that off. We have a lot of pride in what we do here, and it's great to have everybody here with eyes on us tonight.
Coach Lapani has been with this program for over 3 decades, I believe now. He told us earlier this week this could be the biggest crowd they've ever had at Hilton. That's saying something for sure. Describe to people what it's like here tonight that are watching at home.
Well, before the game even started, we had our homecoming parade that started at one of our elementary schools. So the streets were lined, coming right down Main Street. We got about 3,000 plus people here tonight. It feels great.
Looking at Coach Lapani and the success he's had here at Hilton, he does things a little differently than most coaches. He's got that old school style. Why does that work for him and here at Hilton?
Old school is exactly how I would describe it. That's just kind of how we are out here in Hilton. We know how to do it. We know how to do it the right way, and it just works.
Well, we appreciate the hospitality here tonight. We've got a great game. Thanks so much for joining us here on Friday Night Rivals.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Gene.
It is a lot of fun just kind of taking a look around here tonight. This massive crowd, homecoming night. Couldn't ask for any better weather here today. As, you are 10 deep in the end zone here tonight. What homecoming is all about. It's the law office of William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals. Thanks for watching here. We'll have more. We'll have some highlights coming your way next year on CW Rochester.
Find the Tag Zone and save big on your favorite Chevrolet models and used vehicles at all Bob Johnson stores. Whether you're looking for a stylish sedan, a versatile SUV, or a powerful truck, we have them all. Uncover your savings at Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Find your tag. Find your deal.
Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet.
It's a better place to buy a car.
At Rochester.
Chime In is locally sponsored by the Vinyl Outlet.
Ready for a fall refresh? It's the Vinyl Outlet's annual 2-week sale. We're offering up to 40% off and great special financing. 684-0800.
Hello from London.
She's got the accent already. Hey, we're here covering the Bills fans who made the trip.
Talking to the players themselves.
And we'll have complete coverage on 13 WAN ABC.
And of course, Buffalo Plus.
In front of you are 21 men. Half are nice guys. 3, 2. But the other half, F-boys. 20, looking at you. I want to see the whole thing. Any guy that does this, you're an F-boy. You choose a nice guy. You leave here with a real relationship.
I really just have eyes for you.
How many girls have you told this to? What? If you choose an F-boy, control of $100,000. F-boy, F-buy. F
McCoy Island. All new season Monday, October 16th on the CW.
Welcome back to the Rochester Regional Health Halftime Report. Your local leader in bone, joint, and muscle care, Rochester Regional Health Orthopedics. McQuaid leading here 17-14. Exactly what we hoped for, which was a great game. So far, so good. Take a look at the highlights here tonight, and it would be Hilton going 3 and out. McQuaid then taking over, working their way down the field. Owen Meyer diving for the pylon. Extra point would be up and good, and the Knights go up 7-0.
Yeah, you know what? It would have been real easy for Hilton to hang their head, but they get that return on the ensuing kickoff. What can you say about Robert Lowry? The speed, the low center of gravity, the wiggle through all those blockers. And I hope you got that picture for Mr. Rollier's yearbook class there with the arms extended in celebration.
Good pull there. 90 yards on that. Now, Dominic Sansone would extend the lead with a field goal. Who knows? That may end up being our difference here. And then making it a 2-score game. Harding's going to find the end zone, number 3, our player to watch tonight. At that point, it's 17-6. But then Colton Thorpe finding his man. Number 9, Connor Belanca ringing the bell. And now the 2-point conversion is good.
Always got to ring the bell. And it's just a good answer by Hilton there. And then at the end of the half, airmailed ball there. You don't want that turnover, but he was looking for his tall receiver there in number 11, Brendan Palladino at 6'5". Yeah, DeMarco just got that one a little bit high, and Hilton prevents McQuaid from doing any more damage in the first half.
Taking a look at the stats there, and the penalty is a little uncharacteristic for McQuaid, and the turnover is each telling a story there, and the first one leading to a short drive for McQuaid, and the last one for McQuaid's turnover, well, preventing them from getting any points. It will be the Knights to get the ball when we begin the second half. Both teams warming up, so we'll step aside as Kevin Roche will be joined on the other side. 17-14 is our score here. This is Willie Mattar's Friday Night Rivals on CW Rochester.
We didn't forget about the crumbs. We're just prolonging our time with every last bit of crispy, juicy tender.
Now, mix and match a McCrispy, Quarter Pounder with cheese, Big Mac, or 10-piece McNuggets. Buy one, get one for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Are you raising a grandchild, young relative, or a family friend's child in the absence of the biological parents? Then you're a kinship caregiver. Want to keep your family healthy and safe? New York State Kinship Navigator can help. We provide referrals and assistance with financial needs, legal options, school enrollment, kinship law, and other resources. Help is just a phone call away. Call 877-454-6463 and online they're nysnavigator.org.
Introducing the National Desk News. Comprehensive morning news from experts.
So if somebody has an infectious disease, they go in there, that door stays locked.
The National Desk delivers America's news now. The wind is going faster than we are.
Immediate.
We can distribute this worldwide, globally, very quickly.
Impactful.
Workers are not expendable.
Investigative news now.
They were counting on no one finding out what they were doing.
Choose the National Desk every morning to understand America's news now.
Right there, you see it come right out. Live across America with breaking news at the Live Desk.
Nearly 4,000 National Desk journalists covering America. Turn to the National Desk every weekday morning to understand America's news now.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on CW Rochester.
We didn't forget about the crumbs. We're just prolonging our time with every last bit of crispy, juicy tender.
Now, mix and match a McCrispy, Quarter Pounder with cheese, Big Mac, or 10-piece McNuggets. Buy one, get one for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's the law office of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals as the head coach of Hilton is Rich Lapani. He's standing by with Kevin Roche.
Coach, the first half got off to a little slow start for you guys, but then you go for it on 4th and 1 from your own 32. How has that changed this game for you?
I don't know. It kept us with the ball when that didn't give it back to them. That's the key here. They're a real good team. We're hanging in there. We're fighting. We're trying to make a few adjustments here at halftime, and we'll see if we can hang in there.
Well, best of luck in the second half. Appreciate the time. Gene?
Always in shorts, Rich Lapani.
The legend. And respected throughout Section 5.
Yes.
McQuaid head coach Bobby Bates said, look, as soon as he decides that he wants to walk away from coaching in Section 5, he's a Hall of Famer. He's going in, and there's no debate about that after 30-plus years with this program here at Hilton. Rich Lapani is a legend.
And so respected in this town as well. Think of how many young men have gone through the program.
He's coaching the sons of some young men that have been through the program. That's the proud tradition of Hilton football. Just one of the great football programs that we have here in Section 5. Been really special all season long to just kind of bounce around Monroe County and see some of the great programs, the tradition, the family, the community. What a special night here tonight in Hilton.
If you're just tuning in, both teams at 5-0 on the season here. This is week number 6. There are only 8 regular season games in Section 5, so certainly a game that Hilton has had circled for a while. But you take a look at the Hilton schedule. My goodness, it doesn't get any easier. They get Aquinas on the road next week, and then UPrep coming here for the season finale, as this will be returned by Nesmith on the near side. Makes a move. Nesmith across the 30, and then DiBattisto making the tackle on the near side along with Braden Gell.
Number 4, Alan Nesmith on the return.
So some good field position once again for the Knights as they begin the second.
Braden Gell, once again, who's celebrating his 17th birthday. So a nice round of applause for him.
I did not know that. Gell's birthday today, too.
Knights will take over first and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
Chris Monfiletto, the fine public address announcer here at Hilton. Also a teacher I hear the kids love, so.
That is all facts.
DeMarco pitching it to the right side as Harding following his blockers. And he's going to get a nice gain of 9. John Harding running hard.
Johnny football.
Harding on the carry. He was brought down by number 21. Mason Dillon on the Cadets.
Dan Geen, number 22, will be to the near boundary. Palladino will line up in the slot on 2nd down and 1. The playbook fully open here, as it'll be Harding getting the call once again. He breaks an arm tackle, and he's going to pick up a blocker into Hilton territory. Goes John Harding. Number 3, John Harding. That play good for a Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
And I think Anthony Letta would like to have that play back, as he had Harding in his sights and just couldn't wrap him up. You see this final line of the defense there, and Colton Thorpe playing safety. You see Letta not able to stop Harding in the backfield. Another big gain on the ground for this Knight offense.
Safety Colton Thorpe coming over to push him out of bounds. 1st and 10 at the 40. And now it's Meyer getting the ball. Meyer turning it upfield, and Meyer will get it across the 35. And down to the 34, they'll mark him. So a healthy gain of 6 for number 36, Owen Meyer.
Dan Geen with some real nice blocking downfield on that play as well. Wanted to highlight him. Just pushing some bodies around.
Our AAA scoring summary for the 3rd quarter. Triple Medicare AAA has you covered. If you're just tuning in, McQuaid got off to that 17-6 lead. Hilton, the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now it's the opening drive of the 3rd, and if there's a flag beforehand, generally speaking, that's against the offense.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
You surprised the penalties in this game so far. 5 for McQuaid, none for Hilton.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of a Bobby Bates coached team. You don't usually see them make these kind of mental mistakes. We've had a couple of holding, a couple of blocks in the back, offsides.
Will DeMarco will hand off, and that's Harding. Little stutter step, very patient and showing that speed. He's stumbling forward, and he's going to get the first down. How about that run by number 3, John Harding? Good for Lakeside Roofing and Contracting. First down, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Am I watching John Harding or in his peak Le'Veon Bell, patient with the ball in his hands in the backfield, waiting for that hole and then exploiting it and cutting it to the outside for extra yardage there using that speed?
Let's point out the block by the fullback, number 21, laying the hit there, Zach Couch. First and 10 at the 24. McQuaid on the move. Play action, throw a little high, and goes over the intended receiver, Dan Keene. And Will DeMarco, the junior, just settled down a little bit.
Yeah, if we've seen him miss anywhere, we've seen him miss high. Resulted in an interception to end the first half. Off the mark there on that first down pass.
Aiden Jones at the right tackle position here on second down and 10. DeMarco, he's going to flare it out to that right side, making one man miss is Harding, and then that's what you have to do. And good job there by number 9, Connor Belanca. Missed at first, but was able to kind of, in the end, make the deal.
And Belanca is somebody that we've been keeping our eye on here. He was the recipient of Hilton's second touchdown tonight. Been a little gimpy, walking around, cramping up a little bit. He's been dealing with that throughout the course of this Section 5 season.
Hilton fans making noise. This is third down 11. That was a loss of 1 on the play. 4 wide receivers. As DeMarco takes the snap. DeMarco left side, and he's going to check down and knocked out of bounds. That's going to be short on the marker. Again, that's going to be Alan Nesmith. And this is decision time for Bobby Bates. That would be about a 38, 39-yard field goal. And they're going to keep the offense on the field, it looks like. Big play for the Hilton defense here.
Absolutely. This play could be the momentum changer in one direction or the other.
4th and 6. DeMarco has time. Buying time now to his right. He's motioning, man. Now he's going to take it off. DeMarco gets the first down. That's all heart by number 80. A Lakeside Roofing and Contracting first down, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
You just love what you see out of DeMarco on this play. Not seeing anybody open downfield, motioning is what trying to get his receivers open, freezing the defense of Hilton, and then taking it and running for the first down.
See Nesmith on the outside with a block, putting his hands up in the air, saying, nope. Everything is okay here. 4th down conversion, the drive continuing. By the way, we're back inside the Ide family, the dealership's red zone. Ide, we'd love to earn your business. 1st and 10 at the 13. DeMarco bouncing those feet. Nobody open. And now he's just going to throw it away.
Well, how about that offensive line of McQuaid? All day back there in the pocket for Will DeMarco. Highlight Charlie Raymond, Owen Begeman, Bryce Weber, Joe D'Amico, Aiden Jones. Doing their job up front, keeping their quarterback clean. You don't normally see that much time in the pocket for a quarterback to try and pick apart a defense.
2nd down and 10 at the 13. That stops the clock with 8:51 remaining here in the third. And now more of a power formation here. Interesting on 2nd and long. As DeMarco under center. He's going to hand it off. Harding getting to the outside, makes a cut, and he'll be cut down short of the marker, but he's inside the 10 to bring up 3rd and short.
He was brought down by number 13, Colton Clark of the Cadets.
3rd down and 2 after the run by 8. There you see Bobby Bates looking over this offense. 3rd down and 2. There's the shift. Man into motion, and the end around coming up. It's Harding on the end around, trying to find the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, McQuaid. Second tonight by number 3, John Harding. That's another American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown, the home improvement company that cares.
You see Harding a little bit gimpy after the play. His second touchdown of the night on the jet sweep. Some good motion before the snap. Trying to keep Hilton's defense honest. Man, you just had a lot of speed there by Harding to get around the end and punch it in for 6.
This to make it a 10-point game, Sansone. Snap is down. The kick has the distance, and that is through the uprights. Whew, everybody take a deep breath. It's now Hilton's turn to go on offense. This is the Law Office of William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group. Glad you're with us here tonight on CW Rochester.
Medal! Ben Weitzman wants your medal. That's right. Paddle cars, we pay cash. Washers, dryers, aluminum, brass. Highest prices, same day cash. We want your medal. Scrap and steel, and we'll make a deal. You want cash? We want your medal.
Visit Ben Weitzman of Rochester on Steel Street.
Stick around for the conclusion of tonight's game. We'll be selecting the Law Office of William Mattar's Player of the Game. Now, we got a lot of football to be played, but right now, number 3, Harding, is certainly one of the choices. You'd have to think 2 touchdowns, but you got to keep an eye on that. He's trying to get hydrated there. Hurt in a car, call William Mattar. What a move there by Harding.
Yeah, he's so deceptively quick and able to cut on a dime. He's been fantastic tonight for this Knights offense.
So the ever-exciting number 12, Robert Lowry, is deep back, along with Brady Quill. And it will be Quill, taking it at about his own 8. And Quill gets drilled. Owen Meyer saying, gimme, gimme, gimme. Some Bill Grays says some good special teams there by McQuaid.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple of special teams blunders by the Jeff Patrone coached Hilton McQuaid special teams unit, but that one, that kickoff, that was some good pursuit. Real short return by the Cadets.
So a lot of field here. They're going to spot it at the 18. Hilton's offense going to work. Lowry has yet to break off a big chunk play on offense. He's going to get the call and almost runs into his own man. And if he doesn't do that, I don't know where the play ends up. Now, it's going to be close to the first down nonetheless, but that's what Hilton needs, more runs like that, and that's going to be good for another Kangaroo first down. Kangaroo! Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Big Hunter Tracy, number 78. Move out of the way, big man. Boom, right there. Who knows how far Lowry goes if he isn't slowed down by his own lineman up front.
See if they keep it on the ground. 1st and 10 at the 29. It is going to be Lowry, and McQuaid swarming there.
Number 2, Paul Rizzo on the tackle.
Rizzo, along with Begeman on the tackle after a gain of 6. Lockhart bringing in the play. He had that big interception at the end of the first half.
This offensive line has done a good job in containing Shamir Bridges, who had a 4-sack performance last week for McQuaid.
Lowry getting the call again, and boy, that defensive line is just so stout for McQuaid.
Number 21, Zach Couch on the tackle.
Couch will get credited with a tackle. 3rd and 1 coming up.
3.5, It is 3rd.
As you see Shamir Bridges there kneeling down. Mentioned the 4-sack performance last week. Special player for McQuaid. He's weighing his opportunities with football and track at the next level. Wants to study business or media, but he loves this, Gene. He loves the grind of the football season.
Yeah, just the work and the camaraderie that comes along with it, and then getting driven back. I don't think they got this, the forward progress. That is a big, big tackle by Nathan Earl, number 8. And indeed, they did not pick this up. Now, remember, Hilton went for it earlier in the game on 4th and 1 from about this spot in the field. You're down by 10.
2-score game, and the clock continues to run. No surprise here if they go for it.
Yeah, the crowd murmuring here. Fourth and 1. Now, last time it was Thorpe on the keeper. Thorpe is going to hand it off to Lowry's got the first down and more. Across the 45 and up to the 48 or 49. Good enough for a Lakeside Roofing and Contracting first down. The home of Kangaroo. We hop to it.
Well, I don't want to pick nits about Lowry's play here because he gets the first down. But again, running into his own lineman as he's advancing through. A little spin move there.
Wow.
Boy, physical play on the field tonight by both of these teams. Some punishing hits being delivered.
Drive started at their own 18. Hilton has it now up to their own 49. On a 4th down conversion, the drive continuing now. Lowry able to keep his balance, but in the end, he's going to be thrown down. Well, thinking he got him, Zach Couch in the backfield, but slippery number 12, and that goes for positive yardage, a gain of 5.
Bridges with a good job on the pursuit there to the outside. Staying with Lowry, preventing what could have been a bigger gain.
Bridges does something you don't see players normally do. Look how he's just kind of going really, really low to the ground. 2nd down and 5. And now they hand off again to Lowry. And again, not much there in the middle as Owen Begeman coming through to deliver the first hit. Only about a gain of 1. Now it's 3rd down and 3.
And we see Bridges go to the sideline. Get a spell.
Aiden Jones checking in, number 71, and this is what McQuaid can do. They can bring in talented guys like 71, Aiden Jones. 3rd down and 3. I formation. DiBattisto is the fullback. They're going to go to the air, and it's batted down. Again, that's going to be number 8, Nathan Earl, getting his paw up into the air. And it's another 4th down. Yeah, that is, my goodness, that's a club.
He's got the club on, yeah. Playing hurt, getting his hand up, getting the big paw up there. Yeah.
It's just, coaches love to see that. You can't get to the quarterback, put your arms up in the air.
Yeah. They do a good job of crowding the line of scrimmage here, this McQuaid defense. Was daring Colton Thorpe to go downfield with it.
Hilton 2 for 2 on the 4th down conversions. Here's going to be the handoff. They're not going to get it. The McQuaid defense holds, and they will take over on downs.
Number 35,
DiBattisto getting the call there on 4th and 3. And now a chance to really swing the momentum for McQuaid Jesuit. They're up by 10, and they get the ball. When we come back, it's the Law Office of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group, here on CW Rochester.
Find the Tag Zone and save big on your favorite Chevrolet models and used vehicles at all Bob Johnson stores. Whether you're looking for a stylish sedan, a versatile SUV, or a powerful truck, we have them all. Uncover your savings at Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Find your tag. Find your deal.
Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet. Bob Johnson Chevrolet.
It's a better place to buy a car.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is brought to you by the Vinyl Outlet. The Vinyl Outlet, the best in fences, decks, railings, and porches. Thank you to the Vinyl Outlet and all our sponsors here tonight.
Up here in the press box was found in the parking lot.
This is where the Hilton defense, I think I'm stating the obvious, but it needs to be said. They've got to reach down here and come up with a spot here, trailing by 10 after turning it over on downs.
It's a disciplined McQuaid offense, but you're hoping that they make a mistake here like they did at the end of the first half. You need to force a turnover. You need to do something here to try and get the ball back with limited damage.
Bridges is the tight end to the near side. They're going to keep it on the ground as Harding steps out of a tackle. And Harding is going to get it into plus territory. How did he get out of that? That's a gain of 9 for number 3, John Harding.
Yeah, and the physicality of the game is starting to wear on here. Number 78, Hunter Tracy, kind of getting stepped over by Hardy there as he advances for what looks to be close to a first down here. It'll be second and short at the 48.
They will mark it at the 48, so that'll be a gain of 8, second and 2. Hunter Tracy, defensive lineman, a 4-4 alignment. Hilton employing here, trying to... That is the proverbial 8 men in the box here for the Cadets, as here will be the handoff going. And that is going to be good enough for a first down. Another Kangaroo first down. Lakeside Roofing and Contracting, the home of Kangaroo. We hop to it. That keeps the clock moving as well.
Number 4, Ellen Nesmith on the carry. He was brought down number 32.
Kevin Roche letting us know that East is leading Pittsford 20-10. Boy, I thought that East Canandaigua game earlier the year we did on Friday Night Rivals, that was the best. This one is coming close to that one. First and 10 at the 44. As it'll be Harding getting the call.
And now this is McQuaid flipping the script like they wanted to do against Hilton. Eating up clock, shortening what's left of this game. Disciplined running game here by McQuaid.
Mason Nolan making the tackle for the Cadets. Gain of 4 as the Knights mosey up to that line of scrimmage. Second down and 6. As DeMarco will be back under center. DeMarco back to Harding. Harding, big burst and a flag coming down. As if this stands, that would go for first down, but
he was brought down number 13, Gordon Thorpe, flag down on the play.
We can see some bodies flying around. I don't know if we're going to get a hold on the offense. No.
Face mask. Here.
Penalties against McQuaid. Personal foul, face
penalties in this game, 6-0. McQuaid committing the 6.
Personal foul. Face mask. Number 2, repeat, second down.
So Paul Rizzo getting called for the face mask.
These are the penalties that drive Coach Bobby Bates crazy. Any coach. But you can see McQuaid has had their way on the ground tonight with 169 rushing yards so far here as the third quarter comes to a close.
This is second down and 20, and they're going to keep it on the ground as Harding spun out of it. Is it on the turf? That popped out. And it gets it back, but my goodness. Hilton keying in that time on number 3, and now it's going to be third and very long, and here's the opportunity for Hilton to get the ball back.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of Harding, how much gas he has left in the tank. You can see here, almost loses the handle on that ball, stays with it, great reflexes to prevent the fumble, prevent the turnover. We saw Harding a little groggy after that last drive.
Third and 21. McQuaid, DeMarco fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. That was Owen Meyer as the intended receiver, and for the first time tonight, McQuaid is going to come out and punt.
Well, he had Meyer. He was open. Just let him a little bit too much on that one.
So it'll be Lockhart to return, Sansone to punt it away, as we have just 11 seconds remaining here in the third. Going high there. What a kick by Sansone. The fair catch is inside the 15-yard line. What a weapon. Dominic Sansone. And that stops the clock with 3 seconds remaining here in the third.
Seen a lot of Hilton Cadets stretching out, working out cramps. Both teams taking their lumps tonight. This has been a physical, bruising game. We say it every week, though, Gene. Boys, got to hydrate.
Yeah.
Even though it's October, stay hydrated.
Force fluids.
What a great night for October, by the way. Can't ask for better weather, better conditions. We dodged the rain from earlier today.
Lowry beyond the tail in the eye. This will begin at their own 15. And it's going to be a pass here to end the quarter, as Thorpe does not have room, and he's going to just tiptoe out of bounds as we go to the fourth. McQuaid ahead by 10, but Hilton with the ball. When we come back, it's the law office of William Mattar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
Chime In is locally sponsored by the Vinyl Outlet.
Ready for a fall refresh? It's the Vinyl Outlet's annual 2-week sale. We're offering up to 40% off and great special financing. 684-0800.
Hello from London.
She's got the accent already. Hey, we're here covering the Bills fans who made the trip.
Talking to the players themselves.
And we'll have complete coverage on 13-WAN ABC.
And of course, Buffalo Plus.
Up in the sky, down on the ground.
Is this your first time here? I can show you around if you like.
It really isn't a good time for me. Been so focused on my career, I lost myself.
Your dad was heartbroken when you left.
Why did you really come back here?
Life's not exactly perfect at the moment.
If you spend your time trying to control everything, you won't get a chance to see where life wants to take you. You know I'm here for you.
My father wanted this place to be a sanctuary. I want it to be a place where people want to come back to. Here in Sullivan's Crossing, we treat everyone like family.
Close your eyes. Picture someplace that you love. Where are you?
Sullivan's Crossing. Series premiere Wednesday, October 4th on the CW.
Up in the sky, down on the ground.
Is this your first time here? I can show you around if you like.
Why do they call you the mystery man?
I didn't know they did. If you spend your time trying to control everything, you won't get a chance to see where life wants to take you. You know I'm here for you. Close your eyes. Picture someplace that you love. Where are you?
Sullivan's Crossing. Series premiere Wednesday, October 4th on the CW.
24-14. Hilton down by 10. They have the ball to begin the fourth. We go back downstairs to Kevin Roche.
All right, thanks so much, Gene. Tonight marked kind of a revival for the Hilton Pep Band as they return to playing at football games for the first time in 5 years. Now joined by Shelley Bruni, the assistant director of the Hilton Crimson Cadets. Shelley, why did Hilton decide to finally bring the Pep Band back to football games?
Well, actually, the superintendent, Casey, and Jeff, the principal here, decided to say, hey,
let's bring this pep band back and get some pep in our step over at the football games again. And we were like, I think that's a great idea. And the kids are really excited and it looked like they had a great time tonight.
Yeah, you're an alum of Hilton. You played in the marching band. You had an opportunity to perform here as we take a look at the play as Hilton is into McQuaid territory as we continue our conversations with Shelly Bruni. Shelly, you had an opportunity to perform as a student. What does it mean to the students, these current students, to get that chance once again at a football game?
Like I said, I think they're super excited and really wanting to get the community involved and excited about being at the football games and all the different games that, the sports that are here, and the kids are enjoying themselves immensely.
Yeah, you told us it's comprised of about 25 students. And you play from all eras, different music. There's something from everybody, isn't there?
Yeah, basically we have everything from Angry Birds to Don't Stop Believin'. So we try to get, different songs from different times that everybody knows and enjoys. So.
Well, sorry, the Hilton Cadets hoping. They're still believing, down 10 in this game tonight. Shelly and the pep band will be back for the regular season finale against UPrep 2 weeks from tonight. Shelly, congratulations to you and Hilton on the return of the pep band here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Gene?
Right, thank you, Kevin. I see what you did there. Don't stop believing? No? Danger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't stop believing. They will not stop believing.
38-yard line. How about Hilton?
They've all got Journey in their headsets right now, in their helmets. They can hear it resonating inside their little head.
Cadets looking at a 2nd and 10, down by 10. Thorpe fires right side and just out of reach. And now all of a sudden it's going to be a 3rd down and 10. Kevin was talking, Luke Lockhart with a big pass play. That pass interference was against McQuaid, so that's how we got the field position flipped here to begin the 4th quarter. But now Hilton looking at 4-down territory, no doubt.
Lockhart, one of those senior leaders for this cadet squad. He's been talking to a handful of colleges in New York and Pennsylvania and wants to play football at the next level, the major in business or maybe project management.
3 receivers to the near side, including number 14, Tristan Miles. Here's the snap. Thorpe looking to his left, now goes over the middle. And climbing the ladder down to the 15. That is going to be the main man, Robert Lowry. Good enough for a Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company.
Playmakers make plays. Plenty of time in the pocket. And a strike to Lowry, goes up and gets it again, knowing he's going to take some punishment. Number 9, Gianforti with the hit. Nice grab by Lowry in the McQuaid secondary there.
We're back inside the Ide family of dealerships red zone. Ide, we love to earn your business. I am just so impressed. It seems like every game we ever do with Hilton, you never can count them out, ever.
No, there is no quit in this cadet team. A lot of pride. He's just well coached. No penalties tonight for Hilton, by the way.
As the play will be brought in from the far side by Manuel Robinson, number 22. And he's going to line up in the slot to the near side. Lowry in the back. The tail of that eye. 2nd down and 6. And the official's asking to reset the play clock. So we got a clock issue. Now, there isn't a play clock on the field here, so to speak, but get it all sorted out. Thorpe with 2 tight ends. Here's the snap. And the handoff going to Lowry, as you would expect, and he will scoot forward. He'll be short of the marker, but he gets across the 10 and down to about the 8.
Number 5, Shabir Bridges on the tackle. Number 12, Robert Lowry.
Bridges, another tackle.
Get him 3 on the play. Number 3rd down and 3.
We're under 9 minutes to go here tonight.
It is 3rd and 3.
Lockhart will be in the slot to the right. I formation once again with Thorpe under center. And once again, it'll be Lowry. Lowry keeping those legs moving, trying to muscle his way ahead, but
Number 36,
he's close to the marker. And they will give it to him. First down for Hilton, first and goal to go. A Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company.
It is first and goal from the 5.
You go back to Lowry here, Danger?
Playmakers make plays, Gene. I'd get the ball in the hands of your playmaker.
Lowry fighting toward the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. Touchdown. Hilton Cadets. What a drive there. Maybe a game-saving drive for the Cadets. Second tonight for number 12, Robert Lowry. And that's another American Custom Exteriors and Interiors touchdown. The home improvement company that cares.
Good push up front by the offensive line. Lowry finding the hole and keeping those feet moving. The first contact there came right about the goal line. Big game for Lowry. His second touchdown of the night.
The extra point attempt is good. So Hilton has cut the McQuaid lead to 3. We will take a quick break. Great finish coming up. Don't go anywhere. It's the Law Office of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group here on CW Rochester.
We're in the final moments of the Burger Bowl, and Bill Grays is on the move again.
Gimme Bill Grays!
Bill Grays has possession on the 20-yard line. It looks like they want to get the ball to the cheeseburger. At over a quarter pound, he's the perfect choice.
B19, G38, hut, hike.
The ball is snapped, and it's a handoff to the cheeseburger. There's just no stopping him. He's in the end zone. Another touchdown. Bill Grays really has the world's greatest cheeseburger.
The AAA scoring summary, Triple Medicare, AAA has you covered. I don't know who's going to have a voice here tomorrow from Hilton, the way that the fans are so into this one tonight. And how about that third down catch by Robert Lowry?
Absolutely, and give a lot of credit here to Rich Lapani, head coach for Hilton. These are the kind of games that they always seem to find themselves in here against worthy opponents. 22-19 win over Webster just last Friday night to remain undefeated. That they need this tonight. They've got a tough stretch of schedule here to close out the regular season in Section 5 with a matchup against Aquinas, and then the regular season finale here again against also undefeated UPrep.
Yeah, that's a gauntlet at the end of the season, but if anything, that's going to prime them for the second season called sectionals. There are 9 teams in Class AA this year. 8 of the 9 will make sectionals. As this will be the end over end kick. That's actually going to be caught by an upman. I believe this is Meyer bringing it ahead. It is. And they'll get it across the 35. And up to about the 37. 8 minutes remaining here tonight. And Hilton has, after falling behind by a 17-6 score on defense, they bent a little bit, but they haven't broken. Most notably, the play at the end of the first half, the interception by Luke Lockhart.
So much emotion in this game, right? It's homecoming. You're playing in front of the largest crowd you might play for in your high school football career. And you're gassed. You're going up against an undefeated opponent. You're giving them your all. They're giving you their all. It's like 2 heavyweights squaring up here in the center of the ring with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Let's see who's got the stronger knees, who can keep their balance longer.
Harding is not out there, so we saw him kind of walking it off, so I'm not sure if they're just giving him a breather, but it will be Owen Meyer going up to the 41. So that will be about a gain of 4. Yep, so Harding on the sideline.
Still has his helmet. Getting a little breather maybe, preserving him for later in this drive.
The pitch going to Meyer. Owen Meyer trying to turn it upfield. Breaks an arm. Tackle's got the first down. Owen Meyer just grazing into Hilton territory. A Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company.
Want to highlight 71. Aiden Jones at right tackle, who took his defender for a ride downfield, allowing for Meyer to get that first down.
From the 49-yard line.
First and 10 at the Cadet 49 as McQuaid picking up a big first down. Fans are making noise here tonight in Hilton. As back to the ground game and another first down. Owen Meyer across the 40 and down to the 37-yard line, a gain of 12, and another Tracy Door Company first down for 3 generations, the Tracy Door Company.
You can see some fatigue setting in here on the Hilton defense as McQuaid's offensive line is getting that push, and Meyer with a nice hole there.
So now needing a breather, coming over to the sideline is going to be Owen Meyer, so not sure who's going to be in the backfield, if anybody. Are they going to go empty set? No, it is going to be number 4, Alan Nesmith, in the backfield now.
They can hurt you so many ways, can't they?
Hilton showing run blitz. Here they come, and Nesmith just finding that hole as well. Getting down to the 30-yard line for a gain of 7.
Yeah, whether you're talking about Meyer, Nesmith, Harding, I mean, you could rotate these 3 guys in throughout the game, keep them fresh, and still be as effective with the way this offense runs.
Second down and 3, the down and distance, as the ball will be between the hashes here. DeMarco will be out of the shotgun. As running right into a wall. A big, big wall.
Yes.
That's going to be number 78, Hunter Tracy. A big-time tackle for a loss.
Hunter Tracy into the backfield for the Knights.
Third down and 4, loss of 1 on the play. And so Harding on the sideline, Meyer on the sideline as well. Nesmith will be the running back once again. This is third down and 4. As DeMarco is going to pitch it to Nesmith. Nesmith, he's in trouble. Trying to get to the outside. He's cut down. Who else? Number 12, Robert Lowry, to bring up 4th down.
Great pursuit on that play as well by 55. Anthony Letta, the defensive end senior for this cadet squad. Forcing Nesmith outside, and then, yeah, the speed of Lowry to match Nesmith and bring him down there to force the 4th down.
The 4-time sectional champions right now in a dogfight. Yes, they have the lead, but they're staring down at 4th and 7 as they will go for it. DeMarco takes the snap, handing it off, trying to get to the outside, trying to get to the corner, picking his way ahead and getting short. Owen Meyer is going to be short. They haven't made the official signal yet. And there they do. Hilton takes over with 4:04 remaining.
That is a monumental stop by this Cadets defense and an unbelievable opportunity now offensively to try and march down the field with just over 4 minutes to go. They play this right, hold on to the ball. Best case scenario here is McQuaid doesn't see it again tonight on offense, and you get the points you need.
Harding is back on, Harding's back on the field at the corner position, so they did not use him that drive. First and 10 is now the handoff going, and leaning forward is going to be Lowry. And the yards have been hard to come by for number 12 tonight. He's going to get up to about the 30. Yep, they will put the ball right on that 30-yard line. Only a gain of 2.
Yeah, Lowry at 5'8", 165, just ducking some tackles there to try and get whatever he can get.
2nd down and 8. Close cashing brought to you by the Vinyl Outlet, the best in fences, decks, railings, and porches. Here's the throw, deep right side, jump ball, coming back, and the fans here want a PI. They're not going to get the call. It goes incomplete. In on the coverage, number 13, Xavier Cox.
Targeting Luke Lockhart, who had a big play earlier through the passing game. Let's take a look here as you see him double covered, and there was some contact. Is there enough there to deem?
He's trying to get back to the ball, and generally they'll let you do that. So
that's a tough one.
3rd down and 8. Belanca is going to line up now closer to the line of scrimmage. The snap, Thorpe rolling to his right. Plants, throws, fires, it's high, and it's incomplete. Would have been a tough play to come down with, and now it's 4th down. Lockhart, once again, the intended receiver.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with the play calling on this drive. You had the ball with just over 4 minutes to go. Your bread and butter is running the football. You gained 2 on 1st down and abandoned the run completely for 2 passes that weren't necessarily high percentage plays. And now you're staring down a 4th and 8. Deep in your own zone.
Now, they do have all their timeouts remaining if they don't pick this up, but as it will be Lowry on the near boundary. Here's the snap, looking for Lowry. Going to the left side, flag coming down. Was that catchable is the question, and they're going to say that is going to go against the McQuaid Jesuit Knights.
Lowry drawing the PI downfield.
Holding on White. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Well, I mentioned earlier it's been a penalty-free game for Hilton. And the way it's been going, why not try something downfield and see if you can draw a pass interference?
Yeah. Yep, you see it there.
Yep.
Great call by the officials.
Yeah, the incompletion to Lockhart earlier in that drive didn't result in a PI, but that one, you needed it most, and you got it there.
Lowry spins out of a tackle. He's got more. Lowry into McQuaid territory. Number 12, Robert Lowry with a Tracy Door Company 1st down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company.
Boy, Lowry is gassed.
Number 12.
He has been giving it his all out there. Running deep routes and spinning out of traffic here for a big gain. And then seeking out the contact at the end of the play.
Yeah, Harding making the touchdown-saving tackle on that play. Hilton 48 yards away from taking their first lead here tonight. As now here's the snap, the handoff going once again, and only a gain of 2. And I think the coach is listening to you, Danger. You can keep it on the ground here.
Robert Lowry on the carry. Gain of 2 on the play.
Last week in a win over Webster Schrader, 22-19, these cadets in a similar fashion came from behind. And when we spoke with head coach Rich Lapani earlier this week, he says, yeah, we find ourselves in these situations and never count ourselves out of a battle.
Battle tested for sure. Went down those last 10 seconds last week as Thorpe fires right side. The comebacker 1st down. It's Lockhart again. Spins out of a tackle, and he's inside the 35-yard line. Number 3, Luke Lockhart at Tracy Door Company 1st down for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company.
Colton Thorpe, the ice in his veins tonight. He's taken some big hits and delivered some great passes when his team needs most. And how about his top target tonight, Luke Lockhart, making another play, coming back to that one.
Quickly back up the line of scrimmage. Here's Lowry. Lowry running into his own line. And he'll get it down to the 31. And now this is it. This is it for Hilton. We have the clock rolling on here. So it's it for McQuaid, too. Power against power.
See the 66 yards rushing tonight for Robert Lowry. You've got the touchdown and also the kick return for a touchdown, accounted for 12 of Hilton's 21 points tonight.
Second and long as Thorpe will be under center. The play action. Thorpe firing, wants a man, corner of the end zone, and it is broken up into double coverage on the far side. That was number 32, the fullback Braden Pike, on a wheel route. And for Hilton, luckily for them, that lands incomplete.
Nice coverage downfield by the Knights.
Triple coverage.
Yeah, you see 3 white jerseys surrounding Pike. Just get your arms up, try to break it up. Didn't really turn for the ball, but there's that little move of getting your hands up. Breaks that play up.
We will take a quick break. We'll have a conclusion coming your way next here on CW Rochester.
I asked a few motorcycle friends, why do you ride?
You can just shout out to the world and nobody can hear you.
I love going out for miles and miles, hours and hours by myself.
It's a thrill that you are constantly chasing.
It's a way to get free.
I love the twisty road.
It's not about the destination, it's about the ride, right?
Folks that ride should know, at William Attar, we understand you. And if you're ever injured on a motorcycle, we're ready to help. Call 444-4444.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we will have the William Attar player of the game. Hilton Carr, called William Attar. And I think it's fair to say it's too soon to tell. McQuaid holding on for dear life here, 24-21. It's 3rd down and 8 at the 31.
You need a tough defensive stand. You need to stay disciplined here, too, because I think McQuaid is attacking, looking for those penalties on the outside. They've got a defensive pass interference earlier in this drive that extended the drive. And now it's gut check time, Gene.
Lockhart has come up with some big receptions here in the second half. He is the lone receiver to her right now. Lowry is going to be split to the left. The snap. Thorpe under pressure. He's rolling to his right. Is he going to take off? He is. Thorpe's got the first down, and he gets wrestled out of bounds. And that will move the chains. Clock stops momentarily with 43 seconds remaining. Tracy Door Company for 3 generations. The Tracy Door Company.
Gutsy play by Thorpe, who once again does a smart thing, tucks and runs when he doesn't see anything downfield that he likes. Real impressed by the 6', 180-pound senior quarterback for Hilton. He's had himself a nice game tonight.
Paul Rizzo with the tackle for McQuaid. 1st and 10 at the 19. We're back inside the Ide family of dealerships red zone. Ide, we'd love to earn your business. Thorpe rolling to his left. Thorpe firing. End zone! Incomplete. Who else? That was number 3, Luke Lockhart.
Lockhart's still down. Getting looked at by the Hilton training staff.
Yeah, hopefully it's just kind of a cramping issue. You hope for Luke Lockhart is trying to make that play. Both sides have to be gassed right now.
Yeah, and you see him grabbing right away for that calf, so you hope that that's what it is, that it's a cramp that they can work out here on the sideline.
So everybody from the Hilton side taking a knee. 37 seconds remaining here tonight. Lockhart, they're still working on Lockhart.
Chance for both teams here to catch their breath, gather themselves, and get ready for the next 30-plus seconds, which should be wild here at LeBeau Stadium.
One big adjustment here in the second half, we've noticed, is certainly putting number 12, Robert Lowry, on the outside. putting him at the wide receiver position. I think we're all going to need a deep breath and a good sleep here tonight after this game. Comfort Suites Rochester, proud sponsor here of Friday Night Rivals. May we suggest them on Highland Drive, 487-8500. Back to live action as popping up is going to be Luke Lockhart. And he still has his helmet. But the issue here is he's going to have to come out for at least the one play. And it might just be a cramping issue. Lockhart, Kevin Roche, our sideline reporter, saying that Lockhart tried to get up but went back down. So stepping in now will be Manny Robinson, number 22. Robinson, a senior as well. Belanca is now going to come to the near side. Second down and 10 at the 19. The snap and the handoff, and with the injury, McQuaid got to catch their breath as well. And now we get a timeout call. It'll be Hilton using the timeout, 3rd down and 9. And just as important, the time on the clock, 31 seconds remaining.
3rd down and 9. Timeout, Vincent.
Trying to spot Lockhart on the sideline. Belanca has a touchdown tonight. And if you want to put the ball up for grabs, that would be kind of the target there. As Belanca stands at 6'2". So there's Lockhart. Eric Carpy, our fine director, finding him with our crew. Oh, we got to give Matt the credit there. I want to make sure the credit is properly. And there, you see they're trying to rub out whatever cramp that is. Third down and 9.
It is 3rd down and 9.
Everyone here at LeBeau Field on the edge of their seat. In the slot will be Lowry. Keep an eye on number 12. 3rd down and 9. Thorpe runs out of time and he goes down. Slipped on the play. Jones will get credited for the sack, and that will bring up 4th down with 24 seconds remaining.
That's tough. You take the loss there, too, and if you had designs on kicking a field goal, it didn't get any easier with Thorpe taking that sack. A pass rush.
Yeah, you know he's looking at, he's waiting for number 12 to get open there, and you see Robinson putting up his hands in the air as if to say I was open, but
well, that's unfortunate. Thorpe's had himself a great game. That's exactly the play you didn't want to have happen. That's exactly the outcome you didn't want for that play here this late, when you know a field goal will tie it up.
Well, Hilton pulled it out in this fashion at Schrader last week. Do they have another comeback in them? Now, keep this in mind, too. They pick up the first down. They're out of timeouts. So Lockhart goes back out onto the field here. 4th and 15. Hilton out of timeouts. 24 seconds remaining here in this game. Lowry, again, the player to watch in the slot to the near side. Thorpe takes the snap on 4th down. Rolling to his right, under pressure, evades one man. Thorpe, he's going to try to take off, and he's going to be well short, and that's going to do it. Kind of an anticlimactic end here to this game, and there are no flags on the play. So they're celebrating on that McQuaid sideline. The McQuaid defense, boy, the coverage downfield exquisite by the Knights.
Yep, a shout out to Palladino, Cox, Gianforti, Harding, all doing their job in the McQuaid secondary. Nothing downfield for Colton Thorpe to find. He ends up trying to pick it up with his legs and comes up short in his effort for a first down there on 4th and 15.
And now the victory formation will come out for Bobby Bates, and fans beginning to file out here at LeBeau Field.
Boy, it's unfortunate that you have to have one team go home a loser in this one, because Hilton was game. They were tough. They clawed and scratched their way into this game, back into this game after falling into a 17-6 hole in the first half. And McQuaid remains the standard, Gene.
They are the standard, and when the second season begins, I think what Hilton learned here tonight is that they didn't know, but they can play with anybody. And McQuaid, wow, they are 6-0, the Knights. Class AA looking to make it 5 in a row. They do it again here tonight. A spectacular game, 24-21. The faithful in the black and gold.
Let's have a nice round of applause for both teams, McQuaid Knights and your Hilton Cadets.
Our player of the game, presented by the law office of William Attar, is going to be the suspense.
Make sure we keep the ball field beautiful. Please make sure you dispose of all of your...
We're going to go with, of course, John Harding. John Harding with 2 touchdowns tonight. He was not able to carry the rock on the last drive, but Harding tonight, 110 yards on the field, keeping the McQuaid offense on the field. And that first half just did a lot of nice things here for the Knights.
He's impressive both on and off the field, gaining rave reviews from coaches and his teammates and classmates. Johnny Football, our player of the game.
Team shaking hands here at midfield as McQuaid now moving to 6-0 on the season. It's the law office of William Attar's Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Bob Johnson Automotive Group here at CW Rochester.
Are you raising a grandchild, young relative, or a family friend's child in the absence of the biological parents? Then you're a kinship caregiver. Want to keep your family healthy and safe? New York State Kinship Navigator can help. We provide referrals and assistance with financial needs, legal options, school enrollment, kinship law, and other resources. Help is just a phone call away. Call 877-454-6463. And online, they're nysnavigator.org.
Chime In is locally sponsored by the Vinyl Outlet.
Ready for a fall refresh? It's the Vinyl Outlet's annual 2-week sale. We're offering up to 40% off and great special financing. 684-0800.
In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, our blue logo is going pink. For those who've won their fight against cancer, we salute you. For those still fighting, we support you. And for those who would like to help, go to williamattar.com.
When there's a crack or a splash, there is an explanation.
That is when you get that glaze of ice.
The National Weather Desk. A half hour of gusts, dusts, and trust. All explained by 200 experts from across America.
There are real concerns about flooding.
The National Weather Desk.
Weekday mornings at 9 on CW Rochester.
National Desk. Impartial, fact-based journalism.
This is the foundation of their health.
Immediate news, now, from the National Desk.
I wish the DOD would care as much as I do.
Choose America's news, now.
The National Desk, weekday mornings from 6 to 9 on CW Rochester.
Buffalo Plus is your place for Bills football coverage. Jenna Cottrell, Dan Fates, and I keep you game ready throughout the season. Like, comment, and subscribe to Buffalo Plus on YouTube.
McQuaid now 6-0 on the season. They hang on for the 3-point win here at Hilton as we go downstairs to Kevin Roche.
All right, Gene, thanks so much. Here with Coach Bates and the victorious McQuaid Knights. First, we'll start with Coach Bates. Coach, you hung tough. You took another team's best shot once again and somehow managed to prevail in the end. What does it say about this team?
Very resilient team. I mean, that's what we got, and it was a battle all night long. Guys did a great job. Defense played
Stout defense the whole night, gang tackling the whole way through. We were productive on offense, made some good plays on special teams. I mean, it was just an all-around team win. It was great.
Big play on that final defensive drive. Aiden Jones with the big sack for you. Talk about his performance and the defense.
Outstanding job by Aiden and the entire D-line and the linebackers. They just did a really good job of shutting down their run game. And then on the back end, guys doing a really nice job, in coverage with everything. So it was just a great win, great team win all the way around.
John Harding wasn't in that final offensive drive for you guys, but he did have a big night for you. 2 touchdowns tonight, and is our player of the game.
Awesome. Yeah, well deserved. And I know Johnny will be saying it. It's a team win. That's a team trophy right there.
Next week at Brighton, but also we do want to say somebody told us it's your birthday, isn't it?
Hey.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's talk with John Harding, our player of the game. 2 touchdowns here tonight, 6-0. You guys keep rolling. How does it feel?
It feels great. Big win for the guys. I mean, just a good win overall. We really went into practice, coaching together, full scheme. And I mean, it really made it easy on the players. And the O-line really did their job, too. They moved guys up front. That's a dirty job, but they really did it well. So, all credit to them. Great win.
You feel like you might see that team over there once again in the second season?
We'll see, but that's a great team, and we might. That's a good possibility.
Well, best of luck next week at Brighton and the rest of the way, guys. We appreciate your time. We want to present you. I know Augie's got it with the William Mattar Championship Trophy here tonight. McQuaid victorious over Hilton, 24-21. Guys.
Thanks, Kevin, and thanks to Coach Bates and our player of the game, John Harding. As next week, we're going to stay in Class AA. Fairport and Pittsford will be our game coming up. Friday Night Rivals is, oh my gosh, as they say, the penultimate game of the regular season. Mike Danger, your final thoughts here tonight on what was a very exciting game.
Well, we've had the chance to see the best of the best here in Class AA through the course of this Section 5 season. We saw undefeated UPrep earlier this season. We got to see both Hilton and McQuaid tonight, and it's too close to call for me. I mean, when you get to those sectionals, any one of these teams can knock out any one of these teams. They all play tough. They all play smart. And tonight, McQuaid just had a little bit more in the tank than Hilton did to secure the win and remain undefeated.
We'd like to thank all of our wonderful sponsor partners here tonight. The Law Office of William Mattar, Bob Johnson Automotive Group, Triple O Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing, and Rochester Regional Help. With their contributions that makes these games possible for everyone. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors for their contributions to the 2023 Friday Night Rivals. Lakeside Roofing, Tracy Door Company, The Vinyl Outlet, Bill Gray's, the Ide Family of Dealerships, American Custom Exteriors and Interiors, and AAA. I'd like to thank the hospitality as well here, as always, at Hilton High School. And thank you to everybody McQuaid for their help here tonight as we prepare for this broadcast. We will be with you at Ordway Field next week, Pittsford and Fairport. Hope you can join us at 7 o'clock. For the entire team here, led by our leader, Steve Sinesel, Kevin Roche on the sideline, John Hatta, our statistician, director tonight, Eric Harpy. For my partner, Mike Danger, my name is Gene Battaglia. Once again, McQuaid, 6-0 on the season. They win here tonight on Friday Night Rivals. Have a good night, everyone.